Camera. Camera. Good job. Come on. What a duck. Bye bye.
So I've got like one
Bye bye.
power bank here that's loose, and then somewhere I should have a power bank.
Be good to Dad, okay? Kiss Mama. Kiss. Bye-bye. Love you. So it's Friday today. The group ni Sam. Nag-breakfast na ako at saka si Sam kanina. And now, just my snacks. Pickled cucumber. Ayaw na ayaw din ni Tim. He doesn't really like it. Especially sa mga burgers, talagang tinatanggal niya. Isa-isa. Nag-crave ako kahapon ng gherkin. So nagpabili ako sa kanya. Gusto ko nga sana itong iulam kanina kasi ang ulam namin is pork adobo with broccoli. Pero hindi ko mabuksan yung jar. Kaya hinintay ko si Tim na magising. Tapos magde-declutter tayo ngayon. Papakita ko na ang aking spring declutter. Kasi last time, naging story time lang siya. But today is the actual decluttering. Yung nabili ni Tim is mayroon siyang little bit of chili, pero hindi siya maanghang. It's more soury sweet taste. It's really nice. It's more soury than salty. Nag-search ako kung if it's good to eat while you're pregnant, and it says that moderation is key kasi nga it's high in sodium, but it's not that salty. It's more soury and sweet. So first thing na i-declutter ko, I'm not sure if this is the right term, declutter. This wardrobe kasi, it's Tim's wardrobe and he have a lot of polo shirts in this. Lahat ng hanger namin nagagamit ko sa polo shirts niya. Napakadami ng polo shirts, siguro mga nasa 50 or more than. And then these new wardrobes here. One wardrobe is for me and one wardrobe is also for him. So I am planning to put some of his polo shirts doon sa kabilang wardrobe kasi as you can see here, halos walang space para sa Moses basket or for the new baby, which is nire-ready na namin. That's the Moses stand or like the basket stand. Wala kaming paglalagyan. If you can see, it's you can rock it, but this is the second one. We have the original one which is at the loft, and we don't know if we're going to use this or the one that Sam used for 3 days kasi 5 months nga siya sa hospital and he only used it for 3 days, and then we transfer him immediately on his bed, like on his bedroom. So Sam didn't use the Moses basket like this, like next to me, cot or baby basket. So I don't know if we're going to use this or the other one in the loft. And we don't have really space if I'm going to put it here. Wala nang daanan. So what we are planning to do is take out all the things from here and put the winter clothes here, like his polo shirts where he used most of the time during spring and summer, and put it on that wardrobe, and all the winter clothes, bed sheets, and beddings, we will put it on this wardrobe. And then may onting space dito, isasagad na lang namin yung bed here. So doon sa kabila, magkakaroon ng space, and then we will put the baby cot or baby Moses basket there. While doing this, just thinking of maybe I will talk about culture shock of a Filipina living here in the UK. So of course, one thing that really made me shock when I arrived here is the weather. So yan yung unang-unang nagpa-culture shock sa akin. So as a person that lived in the Philippines na dalawa lang ang weather, which is rainy and sunny. Dito, may 4 na weather or may 4 na season. Ang weather dito, especially sa spring and summer, you can't really... Well, I think summer is okay, but spring, ang weather dito kapag spring, the more it's sunny, the more it's colder. During spring lang yun ha. Kapag maaraw, mas malamig kasi wala yung clouds na nagtatrap ng init. Pero kapag cloudy, medyo mas mataas ang temperature. Tapos kapag summer dito, nako, napakaikli ng gabi. Kasi 4 a.m. pa lang, mataas na ang araw. At 10 or 11 na ng gabi, tirik pa rin ang araw. So, napakaikli lang ng gabi dito sa UK. And then, syempre, yung autumn and winter na talagang nag-adjust pa rin ako kahit na magti 3 years na ako dito sa UK. Nag-adjust pa rin ako sa lamig kasi sobrang lamig talaga ng autumn and winter dito. I think tatapusin ko muna itong pagdideclutter na to. Tapos, itutuloy ko yung culture shock ng Filipina living here in the UK. So, tatapusin ko muna to. Inisip ko kasi parang, sige, magsasalita ako habang parang nagkukwento, ganun, habang ginagawa ko to. Pero parang nadidistract ako. Hindi ako makapag-multitask. So, gagawin ko muna to. Tatapusin ko muna ang paglilipat ng mga damit. And then, magmarites ako kung ano yung mga culture shock dito sa UK. So, back to what I'm saying, mga culture shock of a Filipino living here in the UK. So, yung susunod kong sasabihin is bidet or tabo. Most of the toilet here, walang bidet, just toilet paper. And kahit na sa mga bahay-bahay, ganun. As in, walang bidet, walang tabo, ganun. So, nung una kong dating dito, nagpa-order talaga ako sa Amazon kay Tim ng tabo. Kasi, I used to have tabo sa Pilipinas at I don't find it hygienic na toilet paper lang ang gagamitin mo to clean your... And then next is until now, as in talaga nagrereklamo ako sa food. Ngayon na pregnant ako, I am craving taste like home foods. So, nung kakadating ko dito, hanap ako ng, for example, yung atay ng manok, balon-balunan, isaw, panang manok, mga ganun. Or kahit na sa mga pork, yung pork ribs, mga ganun, yung may mga buto-buto. Dito kasi, ang laging sinasabi ni Tim, they take out or throw away or take away everything that associates that this meat or this part of an animal, it was once alive before. So, lahat ng pakakitaan, parang Ilocano yun, lahat ng signs na makikita mong ito ay isang animal before or ito ay isang buhay. Tinatanggal nila yung ulo, balat, buto, mga paa, yung balon-balunan isaw, mga laman loob. Kaya mahirap makahanap ng right parts for your recipes or ingredients sometimes. Like for example, yun nga, pag chop suey, gusto ko sana makapagluto ng yung as in talagang original chop suey na may atay at balon-balunan, or gusto ko ng Adidas, as in namimiss ko ng kumain ng Adidas. So, that's another thing sa food. Also, wala silang rice. They don't eat rice. Most of the time, they have mashed potatoes, chips. And when you say chips here, it's not like chips. In the Philippines, when you say chips, it's the chichirya. But here, chips is like the bigger version, thicker version of French fries. So, that's their chips. Sa Pilipinas, rice is life, food is life. Here, potato. Potato is life. Dito sa UK, mostly toast, cereals, sandwich. Maraming sandwich. Maraming sandwich. Next will be closing time. Early closing time. Dito, walang overtime. As in, kapag sa supermarket, kapag sinabi nilang 4 p.m. sharp. Wala nang papasok. At before 4 p.m. pa, sinasabi na nila, ina-announce na nila na we're closing, go to till now or go to cashier and pay your stuff. Kasi at 4 p.m. they will close. When they said 4 p.m., they will close. And also, sa Pilipinas, weekends are family day. So, mall are open. Those are times na mas maraming tao, mas maraming pumupunta sa mall. Pero dito, don't expect na ang mga shops or mga mall, well, they call it shopping center here, it's closed. The more it's like weekend or bank holiday here, mall are closed. So, Well, may mga lugar na open naman pero maaga pa rin silang nagko-close. Kaya, yun, naging culture shock sa akin yun kasi bakit? It's family day today. It's like family day. Where are we going? In the park. Or watch TV. Stay with your family at home. Hindi siya katulad ng sa Pilipinas na, okay, family day, let's go out, let's go to the mall. But here, no. Especially if it's sunny day and it's Sunday or holiday, go to the park or kasi maraming mga park dito na magaganda. Kaya yun, sa playground, ganun. So that's one thing that it also shocked me. Next is tap water is drinking water. It is safe to drink here. UK is one of the country that has safe tap water to drink. Although dito sa bahay namin, we don't drink tap water. But if pag naubusan kami ng yung mineral, yung drinking water, kasi bumibili lang din kami ng drinking water namin. Pag naubusan, yun, parang ang pinaka-emergency na lang namin is tap water, but we don't usually drink dito sa bahay kasi hindi ko alam, it's safe, yeah, but umiinom din naman ako pag talagang naubusan kami at wala na talagang choice. Umiinom naman ako and it's safe. I know it's safe. It's just, I don't know. It's a culture shock for me at first, but Tim also get used to me na pinapabili ko siya ng drinking water, yung bottled water. Next na culture shock sa akin is yung queuing. It's very, what is the term? Right term. They are very serious in queuing. It's like the queue culture. So, sa bus station, sa bus stop, supermarket, cafe, or kahit na saan na may queue, everyone falling in line properly and they wait for their turn. It's just nice. It's not that culture shock that it's like, well, it's culture shock for me because in the Philippines, unahan tulakan, lalo sa station, sa train station, walang disiplina ba, ganun. But here, they wait for their turn and everyone's fall in line properly and they wait for their turn. Next is the crossing or the pedestrian crossing. No one's respecting pedestrian crossing in the Philippines, but here in the UK, vehicles will stop for you. The driver will stop their vehicles for you to cross the pedestrian. Dito, pedestrian is your right of way sa kalsada, in the street or in the road. People are really respecting the pedestrian crossing here in the UK. And that's one thing that I hope in the Philippines also do. One thing that it shocked me a little bit, giving you a small talk. Kahit na stranger ka pa, na makita ka lang sa street, ganon, they will give you a hi or good morning and then they will just give you a small talk like, how are you doing? Or what's your plan today? Even though they don't really mean it, it's a way of them saying like, hi, hello, even I'm a stranger, I want to be good or I want to be nice to people, something like that. Like, hi, hello, how are you? Yeah, it's something to make you feel welcome. There's still a lot, but I can't just think of them now. Oh, I remember. No umbrella. One thing that makes me really like ask, why don't you use umbrella? It's raining. For them, it's like, no, I will not use umbrella. It's raining. It's heavy. I have my coat on. I'll be okay. One thing that really shocked me, they don't use umbrella when it's raining. No umbrella. Just coat. I'll be okay. What else? I can't think of anything now. So those are the culture shocks that I noticed when I lived here in the UK.